is what we're doing now. We're just gonna make stuff up. We're just gonna be off the cuff. It's just gonna be wild. And this is crazy because y'all are Cowboys fans, from what I understand. And what's even wilder is y'all gave it like the hard pause. Like y'all gave it like the, oh man, he about to say something profound. Like he's gonna drop the mic. He's gonna give us the knowledge of the Cowboys' first round draft selection history.
Send this to a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Is it true? Is it true? Is it true that the Cowboys have the best fans? Yes, sir.
I trip out on that. Because I'm swimming in it. I wear this jersey every first game. It's my favorite jersey.
Came from El Paso.
Go Cowboys!
Introducing your lineup for the Cowboy Up podcast. From Stop 6, Texas, the big fella, Dallas, Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, Cholo Town, 21, can you do something for me? Armando, 21, Armando. And from the capital city, my man, allow me to butt in sports, hook 'em, Rue. And from the great state of Arizona, and he's mic'd up, he's Mikey, 520.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, it is Tuesday again, man. Welcome to the Cowboy Up podcast, man. I got my man from the west side of Texas, 21. Can you do something for me? What's up, Armando?
What's going on, big fella? It's Tuesday. Hey, shout out to the big fella for that video he put out, man. Hey, that video, okay. I see you, big fella. I see you working your skills, man. Getting better. I see that.
And my man, there he is, man, from the south side of Texas, man, the hill country down there in Austin, the capital city. My man, allow me to butt in sports. It's Rue.
I missed you guys, bro. It's been a hot minute, man. I feel like it's been forever. We had a little hiatus last week, and obviously I had duties the week before, but damn it, it's good to be back. It's good to see you guys.
Man, and always from the great state of Arizona, AZ, Mr. Mikey, 520. What's up, Mikey?
I know
I
it's
want to
hot
watch
as
a
shit
bitch
over
go
there.
down the slide. I want the bitch go down the slide.
Say, man, it was a trip. It was a trip. I was sitting there. I was on my lunch break, right? And something that movie just popped in my head, right? And then I kept singing Tuesday. So I was like, let me see if I can make me a quick little video, man, and see if the fellas like that, man. So I'm glad y'all appreciated it.
Give yourself the standing O because it was beautiful.
What's up? What's up? Ivan, what's up? Mike, what's going on, man? Hey, man, let me tell you, if y'all hadn't watched the conversation with Chris with me and Cowboy Corner, hey, man, it was wonderful, man. You know, when you find out about people other than their content, man, that shit's fire, man. So, you know, if y'all hadn't watched it, man, go back and check it out. We got many more guests coming up, man, this all season, man. Look forward to seeing them. But look here, man.
Figure out who he was by a 23andMe. Shit.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, bro, that's what I was about to say, bro. That story, man. When I was watching it earlier, and I was like, man, that was a hell of a story right there, man. That was bad.
Yeah. Hey, man, back-to-back guests, man. Mike and Cal. You know, Cal, I didn't know the dude actually authored a book. Okay,
He's another homie. He's from my neck of the woods. You didn't even mention me.
Dude, well, are you 100% Navajo?
He's a Navajo homie. That's all I work with.
So finding out he's 100%, he's the author, and then come up, Cowboy Corner with his story about his pops, man. That was all good, man. Conversation with Chris, gonna have a hiatus next week, but the week after, man, we got wonderful guests, and you see this guy, right here. You see this guy? He's coming up next too, because he got a story too. But hey, we're gonna wait to get into it, man. We're gonna wait to get into it. But hey, he got a story. And then when we get to this guy, oh my God,
Dude,
I think it's gonna break the internet.
It's gonna be a cliffhanger harder.
I think it's gonna break the internet when we get to that guy.
You better not cry, Mike. You better not
You
cry.
need to get this guy. You need to get this guy.
We'll get to him too, but this goddamn in and out eat motherfucker here. That's the one I can't stand though.
He's a Cali boy. What do you
California
expect?
kid, man.
California kid.
California.
Fucking California kid fronting like he from Texas and shit. You know he from California, man.
Hey,
It was meant for me to be in the west side of Texas, baby. West Texas, baby.
Hey, he's from Cali, he's from Mexico, and he's on the reservation. He's a man of different nations.
Dude, but I'm sick of his punk ass though, Mikey. I'm sick of this shit, this in and out bullshit. I can't stand his ass, even though he my homie. Can't stand it.
Real quick, literally, I just told Maxine, I'm thinking this weekend we're gonna drive 4 hours to go to Tucson just to go to In and Out.
I'm gonna be at the Tiger game.
I'm gonna fly to El Paso and put your tires on flat. Put your shit on flat.
Yeah, that's a big ass Uber Eat bill for damn sure.
I know. But hey, man, it's good for us to all be back together, man. It's been a minute, so all four of us, man. It's been 3 weeks. But hey, man, we got some things to talk about. Mikey had jumped into the WhatsApp chat, and he had some subjects that he wanted to talk about. Mikey, what was the first subject you needed?
Well, rookies are in. We see them. There you go. See them in the building getting questions. You see them. They're doing the underwear Olympics and everything, but you get to see them in the jersey. You get to see what they're kind of gonna look like in a Dallas Cowboy uniform, and there's always murmurs surfacing. I've already heard on the Fish Report, because we're all fish heads here, and we regurgitate a lot of what we say, and that's just Cowboy culture and Cowboy content on period, is that an anonymous coach said that Tyler Guyton is trash. What do you think about that, fellas? Already? Like, is this kid getting the slings and arrows? First, it was Micah Parsons. Now, an anonymous didn't put his balls on his word. Coach, talk to me.
For me, it's like this. If you go down the line of Cowboys offensive line, first round picks, you're gonna see some names. You're gonna see some Hall of Famers, actually. So we haven't seen this kid play. I think I think the big fella's big on, not grading players, because we haven't seen them play, and we've seen them obviously in college, right? But this is the NFL, and it's a different monster. Obviously, some kids, we saw our first round pick, kind of not, not pick it up last season. Our last season first round pick, I'm talking about, so this season, we gotta wait and see. And this kid looks promising. He's a big kid. He's wanted to be a Cowboy. It's a dream come true for him. And I mean, we can't rule him out yet. We haven't even seen him play a snap in the NFL. So let's give this kid a chance. Obviously, this anonymous coach might have some insight, obviously, because he's there, right? But we'll see. Hopefully, it's some fuel to Tyler Guyton's fire. So we'll see, man. Let's give this kid a chance, and just go down that list, man. That offensive line list of Cowboys first round picks, and you're gonna see some big names there. So we'll see.
I love it. What do you think about it, Ru?
Oh, go ahead, Ru.
Man, for me, it's like, if you're gonna say something, stand on it and put your name on it. At the end of the day, if you're gonna say something, stand up and put your name on that shit. Stand on that shit, because it's completely just out of line to even. I'm not going to go with some anonymous head coach over this front office when it comes to drafting O linemen in the first round. I mean, you're talking about guys like Tyron Smith, who I think this guy is what they're hoping he replaces and becomes for them in years to come. I mean, when you think about his age and you think about his measurables, it's basically that, right? Aside from the fact that he's moving from right to left. But ultimately, what you're looking at with this guy is a guy that we absolutely needed. And I think when it comes down to it, I'm never going to take the word of somebody who can't even stand on what they're saying over this front office when it comes to picking that particular position. I don't think there's any question that this kid could and very well might end up being the future of this O-line on that left side alongside Tyler Smith. I think it could be a beautiful combination. But yeah, no, I'm never going to take no word of no guy who can't even stand on what he's saying.
Did the big fella freeze? He's doing his Frozone impression right now. No, yeah, you're really right. You can't go off of somebody that didn't put their name on it. They didn't have the balls to put their name on it, and that's a big matzo ball to leave hanging. You know, that's your crown jewel, so to speak, of this draft. That was our number one draft pick, and they hung their knowledge and their scouting out there, and to hold themselves out to dry, and then somebody in the building to talk shit about it. It's I don't know if it's a culture thing, but it's in bad taste, and to not put your name on it. And who else do you guys, out of all the other rookies, like? I like the way Luafau looks as a Cowboy. I like the way his hair is going to pop up like a Palomalu or a Warner or a Fomatu. I like that we have that element on our team. What do you like about the new rookies and their new look as Dallas Cowboys right now?
I'm honestly happy with the direction. I know we were all expecting a running back, but at the end of the day, this draft hit a lot of different needs and it added a lot of depth. We got 2 tackles in this draft. We got a guard in this draft. We got an edge rusher in this draft, and we got a linebacker in this draft. Those are the significant pieces that we got for me. The wide receiver, I felt like is filler. You're taking a shot, 6th round pick. We'll see what happens with that. Cornerback, adding a little depth. You just lost Stephon Gilmore. You've got Diggs coming back, Bland coming back. Maybe you're adding a little depth there in terms of just adding something to that room. And obviously with somebody in the 5th round, you're taking a shot. But those first 3 rounds, I was really impressed with what they did, and I was very happy with it. And when it comes to the running back that they didn't draft, I said it from the beginning of this draft. We obviously expected it, but when it came down to it for me, the fact that Jonathan Brooks, coming off a season-ending injury, was still the number 1 running back in this class and did end up getting picked number 1 at that position overall. I maybe they like Rico more than all these other guys.
Well, I don't want you to get ahead of yourself, because we're going to talk about that and this whole Mike McCarthy talking about the committee thing, and then we'll make that point, Rue. You're getting lightning head. You're eager. You haven't been on. I get it. But let's go back to the big fella and what he was talking about with Tyler Guy being trash.
Well, I'm kind of piggybacking what Rue said. What the fuck you anonymous for? If you got a problem, say it. Speak up. Shit, we grown man, say it with your chest, right? So how can you say somebody trash in shorts and t-shirts? You don't know yet. I mean, this man played in the second best conference in America. He started for 3 years. So I don't understand what the problem is. How you know this man trash or not? And like Armando and Rue said, hey man, the Cowboys, I can't go off nothing but their history, man. When they pick offensive linemen in the first round, they normally hit. So he ain't played yet. So how do we know he sucked? So that anonymous shit, man, I think people just trying to make news, trying to start some shit. And it ain't worthy. I don't even think it's really worthy to talk about. Now we get into week 8 and fuckers is blowing by him and he like a turnstile and he on skates all day. All right, we got a problem. But until we see that, till we even go to training camp, bro, hey, he gonna be lined up against Michael Parsons every play in training camp, and you'll know if he's trash or not.
Didn't they say this same thing about Tyler Smith?
Bro, you fucking read my mind, bro.
Are we all pretty happy with Tyler Smith? The kid out of Tulsa that they told us was really raw and very penalty prone and very aggressive.
Yes. Had the most holding calls in NCAA his senior year.
Pretty sure none of us are complaining about Tyler Smith.
Not one bit.
So Tyler Guyton, do not let us down. And something else that we were talking about, who do you like, aside from Guyton and all that news, who do you like how they look, Chris? As far as being in the building, having that jersey on, having that helmet on, who did you like that you saw? And then what do you think about Keelan wearing 94? I know that touches some of y'all because we could have got a running back there, but that's neither here nor there. And I see we got 20 followers right now. Remember, press like, subscribe, like the Cowboy Up podcast. Give us some love.
Well, first of all, St. Louis Joe is from fucking St. Louis. Quit saying aloha. Your ass is back on the mainland. I see that shit. But welcome back. I'm jealous. I'm still jealous about that shit. He all on TikTok and all on Facebook. Hey, I'm in Hawaii. I don't give a shit. Anyway, back to answer your question. Man. Basically, man. I'm just excited that football's here. When you're in shorts and t-shirts, it's kind of hard to judge anybody. Every time you hear OTAs, it's telling me we're closer and closer and closer to training camp. Okay,
yes, sir.
Because football season is really year round. Okay, so right now we in that class study time. We're in a study hall right now. Okay, so but pretty soon we're gonna get my coaches to say we're gonna put them elephant draws on and see who men. So we're gonna go out there and man, we're gonna play some football. So right now, man, really didn't nobody that I saw just be like, wow, but it was certain drills that I liked, when the big fellas was on the balloons, doing the hand movement. It's a core drill, a balance drill. And I really appreciate it.
I'm glad you got that insight. Everybody on the internet had it wrong. They were calling it the Jello things. They didn't even know what you were dead on. They're called the balloons. I'm sorry to interrupt, but just to let you know, we got inside knowledge from a real fucking lineman.
Hey, man, it's just basically teaching balance, okay, and be powerful in your balance. Which muscles to use when you're blocking and everything like that. And I dug it. I watched. As football junkies as we are, man, we assume everything, any kind of content when it comes to the boys, we're gonna watch it. So, for me, it's the T-shirt Olympics right now. It's kind of like the combine for me.
Yeah.
What about you, Mondo? Anybody else catch your eye? The big thing we want to talk about is we want to say BB. This is the longest we've done it without saying it because we're all excited about it. But let's talk about it, bro.
For me, I want to address this Cowboys Corner. He says, do we agree that I guess Tyler Guyton is a project player? What do you guys think about that? I mean, I think that I don't know. To me, he's more of a I think this O line is kind of a project. It's kind of that direction where we're gonna fix this O line and with Cooper Beebe and then now Tyler Guyton as well. But I'm hoping he's more of a plug-in player because we're definitely gonna need him this season, right? So do you guys think he's a project player? Yeah.
I think the whole team is a project. Every season, every roster turnaround, we try to find continuity, and that's a big word because I'm an electrician. We try to find chemistry. The new guys getting acclimated. This is the NFL. The roster isn't like 1971. This ain't the Steelers that had the same damn roster for 10 years, or the Dallas Cowboys of the 70s where they all knew each other. This is the new NFL, and everybody is a project, and every team has to have this maturation process where they're working and they're a project. What I've liked about our coach that Jason Garrett wasn't is that he has had young guys play. kind of what Jimmy did. Jimmy threw Darren Woodson in, and look what happened. He plugged and played these guys, and they got that experience while working, and that's why we have the quarterback that we have. That's why it's a let's let and see season with him, because he's supposed to be the plus multiplier and make up for any projects we have, like Tyler Guyton.
For me, man, the fact is you're trying to replace one of the most important and one of the most precious positions in football. It is, like Chris said, is like number 2 on that list. You got to protect your quarterback's blind side, and that's the guy who's got all the eyes on him. Now, is he a project player? You can make that argument just because he's moving from right to left tackle, but I don't think they drafted him to be a project. I would assume you're thinking that TJ Bass is going to take him out for that spot, is what I would assume. But I don't think they drafted him in that position to be the backup or to be a project. I think he is going to be a plug-and-play guy that's going to plug in right next to Tyler Smith. And I think it's really – and you can make the argument again why he's a project player. He's only 21. He's super young. But so was Tyron Smith.
Nice point.
So was Tyron Smith. So it's just like what you're looking at with this guy is a very sound – offensive lineman who played very well at his position on a team that passes the football a lot. And it's one of those guys that I believe that he is going to come in and plug in and play. Now, will it happen? We don't know. I mean, he hasn't stepped on the field yet, but the bottom line is I don't think that they drafted him to be a project in the first round. I think they drafted him to be their left tackle.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think he, he's a project. I mean, why would you draft a project in the first round? They drafted that boy to play. So remember I said, man, when we was doing the draft show, the Cowboys that needed 5 starters out of this draft. Okay. So their very first pick ain't no project. he's gonna be your starting left tackle. All right, it don't matter, but he's gonna be in the starting lineup. So no, he's not a project.
Well, when I say project, everybody's a working process. We'll say Tyron Smith was in Tyron Smith his first snap in his first game as a Dallas Cowboy. He was a starter. He's gonna have his growing pains. That's what I mean.
I think Tyron Smith, his rookie year was Tyron Smith his 5th year, because you got to remember this kid started at 16 years old at UCLA. USC. 17. He started, okay, at 16. So, bro, hey, when he got to the league, man, he was only 20 years old, and it's just like he had been playing for years. So, hey, but we got a bunch of raw projects. Like Corner just said. It's a lot of people that's going to be raw. We're just hoping that the coaches develop them the proper way, so they can get on the field and produce. I mean, because we keep going back to last year. Our draft last year absolutely sucked because nobody produced. So we got to have. Go ahead, Ruth.
Everything that's come out about Mozzie, though, we need to give him a break, because the fact is that man lost 40 pounds in that short of amount of time. That's insane. That's hard to do. And to keep that weight off, that shows me discipline. I'm really hoping that Zimmer is going to show us something better out of that class, because you're absolutely right, Chris. That draft class was an absolute disaster in terms of what we got out of it as a whole compared to any other draft class, compared to the last few draft classes that we've had. That one was an absolute disaster. But for what we're giving criticism to Mozzie Smith for, I don't think it all fell on him. I think he was forced to do something that they shouldn't have done, and he was able to maintain it throughout the season. That shows a hell of a lot of discipline, man. To take off 40 pounds on a guy that size and to keep it off is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
man, I bought that TikTok cleanse, that 15-day cleanse, 15 pounds my ass, but that's bullshit.
40 though, 40, shit, 40 pounds, man. That's a lot.
Hey, that was a lot of weight, man. Because like I said, when I met Mozzie, and I was like, damn, he's kind of small, and I was just like, matter of fact, Y'all talk. I'm gonna try to get this video with me and my.
But Chris standing next to you make peas of men. I'm a big dude.
But I've stood next to professional athletes too, man, and these professional athletes were monsters. I look like a little boy next to them, you know. So a D tackle, man, you know, you would think they would be a lot bigger. And when I met him, I was like, man, this kid is small, you know. I'm like, he's blockable, you know, like Mikey, very blockable. So I'm like, you know, I was concerned. Sorry about the shot, Mike. I'm sorry.
To me, I like what Mike Zimmer's coming out and saying. Like Mike Zimmer's pretty much saying, look, we're gonna this guy he's eating now. You know, they're beefing him up. You know, Mike Zimmer's working with him. I like it. You know, on that note, I like that Mike Zimmer's gonna be on the field with the guys. You know, he's not gonna be, you know, in the stands, right? Oh, and what was that in the press box, right? But
battleship sunk. Battleship sunk. What was he implying? Was there anything implicit there, Mom?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but I felt like it was shots fired. I know we messaged in the group, and I kind of put shots fired. You know, I thought it was a little shot to Mr. DC over there in DC or DQ in DC, right? But you know, from what Zimmer's doing with Mazi, I'm hoping it's something where it's like, okay, we're gonna beef up this dude, and maybe we get instead of a sophomore slump, we get like a sophomore, you know, blow up or something with Mazi.
All right, man. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all this real quick. Let me show you this. This is Mazi.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
I was standing next to him, right? I was like, I could block
y'all look like Ken.
He said he's probably your cousin.
Probably so.
Hey, your primo.
I should have asked him, was he my cousin? Hold on, I got. Oh, this is the. Oh, I gotta do that. This is. I showed y'all the wrong one. But go ahead, finish. Go ahead, Mikey. Go ahead.
No. With Mazi, he's gonna be a whole off season in this. He's the guy. There's rumblings about, you know, his mental health. Too, I don't know if you've heard about that, and you know, dude, it's heavy as the head that wears the crown. So the Dallas Cowboys, being a Dallas Cowboy, period, there's a lot of pressure that comes with that and expectations. So calm the shit down with your expectations and calling this kid a bust. I just think he gets the collateral damage of what Taco Charlton and Chris has said that time and time again, because of the Michigan, you know, tie-in, and that's it. That's the biggest thing you could say. The kid, you know, he got turned, but it's just the tricks of the trade that he ain't got. Not everybody's gonna be Aaron Donald or TJ Watt. Not everybody. Some of these kids got to learn to be professionals, and obviously Mazi Smith's gonna be one. Give this dude 2 more seasons until we call him Tristan Hill. Please.
Dude, I hated Tristan Hill.
I hated that motherfucker too.
Hey, I think I got the picture.
I think it was his face.
You want? Hey, did he have that punchable face?
Yes.
He had the punchable face, huh? Hold on.
He didn't want to punch that face. He's want to give a kiss in the cheek.
let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Because this is the.
I got some new Mike Zimmers. Look, here's my Mike Zimmers.
I see it.
All right, now this is when I met Mazi in the off season. Does he look like a defensive tackle to you?
He got those long arms, but yeah, you're right. You wanted he's right in the ass.
I'd expect
there ain't no booty back there. You got that Ozempic ass.
I'd expect a little more midsection.
But at Michigan, he was a big 300-pound guy, you know, in the middle of the line. So when I see this Mazi, I was like, well, damn, he's gonna play 3 technique. I thought they drafted him to play 1 tech. You know, so
and that's what happens with athletes these days. They get to be they train to be athletic for numbers for the combine to be drafted. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to say that we got duped by his numbers and his freakish athletic ability, but it's just the way he was used at Michigan. He didn't put up those numbers, so he probably overcompensated to put up those other numbers to be drafted as high as he was. So that's yet to be seen. He just needs to eat something, give him some biscuits and gravy or some shit.
The crab legs was free at Michigan.
Yeah, hey, but what's funny? Hey, that first round contract supplement that free crab legs. You know,
he ain't no Jameis Winston.
You know, and it's hard to get crab in Michigan. You know, they landlocked up north.
I'm about to say.
Dude. So rookie mini cap everything. So this is what I want to get into. This is what
oh shit.
All right. Y'all know me, especially Cowboy corners in the chat and everything. Y'all know me. I'm a big Dacker, right? Hashtag Dacker. That's me. I'm a Dak guy. Okay. Jared Goff just got paid.
He got paid.
He just got paid. Okay. So you telling me Jared Goff is better than Dak Prescott? If you saying yes, you can lie. Don't lie. Just don't do it to try to support your argument. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Because the second place finisher in the MVP team will not sign him. But this guy, of course, he went to the championship game. He did. He went to the championship game, and they coached their ass for losing the game. Should have went to the Super Bowl. Okay,
but he did go to the Super Bowl and lost it.
Yeah, he went with the Rams. Yeah, he did. But they didn't trust him. So Detroit trust him, and they put faith in their quarterback, right? So Jared Goff, Rudy, you got the numbers on this joint? Wasn't the average of 50-something a year?
He's just under, if I'm not mistaken, he's just under Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. He's third highest in the league. So he gets paid more than guys like Mahomes, obviously, Herbert, Dak, obviously, and then I mean there's some names up there that you can definitely shout out that he's getting paid more than. But I gotta pose this question to you. You don't think he deserved it? You don't think he
Yes, 100%. I think he deserved it 100%. I had no problem when I heard how much money he was getting. I had no issues at all. So, because I know this is the going rate for starting quarterbacks in the NFL. It's the going rate. I don't care how much, people count other folks' money, meaning NFL players, because they don't deserve this, because they ain't done this. But then how can I come to your job and say, hey, you don't deserve this because you ain't sold that? If you done busted your ass and worked your ass off, you deserve it, right? So you got to remember, these guys have been playing quarterbacks probably since they was 8 years old. It's been a process for them to get to this level, right? So we all know quarterbacks make money. They going to make the money, all right? But what pisses me off is when you see Jared Goff easily get paid. If I'm Dak, I'm sitting there
Now I'm gonna push back a little bit.
Go ahead.
Because they've been in negotiations since last year. Like this didn't just start. This has been going on for over a year that they've been negotiating with Jared Goff. Because they got him. I mean, let's be real. He was a throwaway. He was a throwaway from the Rams. The Rams threw him away to get Stafford, to get an established guy that they knew that they thought that they knew they could win with, which they did end up winning a Super Bowl. They did. But Jared Goff has really come into his own in these couple years, man. Jared Goff's numbers this year, he threw for over 4,500 yards. He had 30 tubs. I mean, and not to mention, he didn't turn the ball. He doesn't turn the ball over in the playoffs. Jared Goff's playoff record is 5-4. He's been to a Super Bowl. He's been to an NFC championship game. And in those 9 games that he played in, he's only thrown 2 picks. So obviously he had some things go his way in New Orleans. We've seen that clip probably 1,000,000 times by now. It's probably just drilled into your head as many times as you've freaking seen it. The non-call on the pass interference.
Oh yeah.
And then for what he did in this year, to get number 3, I'm with Chris. I love that just because people have to understand this cap's going to keep moving. This cap's going to keep going up, and to be third in line in terms of quarterback money and have it be based off of contracts that happened 2 years ago with Joe Burrow. I think that's the most recent one. That's not a bad deal. That's not a bad deal for a guy who's obviously proven that he can win your division and that he can take you the distance in the playoffs. The money was justified in my head for what he got.
Well, I'm not disputing what you're saying about the well-deserved and the contracts and the work. What I was saying, I'm happy he got the money. I'm happy for Dak that he got that money. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm saying, because the Rams threw him away because they thought he wasn't good enough to get over the hump. But all that dude does is continue to win games. He improved the Lions. Okay. The Lions got young, and they said, we're going to start with our young quarterback. We're going to get young receivers, young running back. We got a good offensive line. Their offensive line is
There
excellent.
you go. There you
Great
go.
offensive
Offensive line. Okay. And dude, they just stuck to their game plan about punishing people. Okay. And that's why I was still mad at they head coach when they get up on the Niners and decided to stop playing. I was on that shit.
But this is where, but when we're talking about this is where it comes into play, because Dak don't want 53 million. Dak wants 60.
Oh yeah,
Well,
60.
And the highest paid right now is getting 55 with Joe Burrow.
But
The last time I checked.
But Rue,
Now
they could have solved that shit last year though, Rue. They could have solved it.
You're preaching to the choir with that one, bro. And the crazy thing is,
he's trying to reset the market. Is what he's trying to do.
Is Jared Goff in this list? Is Jared Goff in this list?
Oh, the top 10 list.
He is not in this list. And you could say Dakota Prescott could be as high as, I'll say, 6th on this list after Joe Burrow. I don't know. CJ Stroud, I want to see him get off of his sophomore year. So Dak's gonna beg for more because of the disrespect and the shit that he's been shitted on 15-day cleanse, shitted on this whole off season and this last fucking season. So if I was him, yes, I would come for blood, and yes, I would want more money and take Jerry to the cleaners once again after this great season he's going to have, because this is just disrespectful. Straight disrespect. No other free agent quarterback has gone to this point. His name is Kirk Cousins. So you're telling me the guy that ended second in at all pro ever, freaking after that has been treated this way? I hope he takes him to the cleaners. And Jared Goff's not even on that list. So it sucks for us as fans. At the same time, the salary, and I think Jerry's playing us and doing this melodrama shit because the cap's going to go up 30% again next year. It's going to blow up next year too. And it's going to be able to cover our shit like nothing. So we'll see what happens. But and then we'll see what happens with Jamar too, and CD, and dominoes are going to fall. But another thing about Jared Goff, he has everything perfect around him. That line,
who gets a contract first, CD or Dak?
Got to be Dak.
I'm going with CD.
I think CD's going to get his contract. Jack first.
CD gets it first too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be rough.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't do Dak until the end of the year. I wouldn't. It would not surprise me at all. This organization has been known for sitting on its hands, and in these times when we make these decisions, they sit on their hands and they wait, and it happens over and over and over again. I wouldn't expect anything less. The only reason I think CD, and another thing for CD's sitting out. This offense is very, very, very dependent on CD Lamb and him playing throughout this entire season. Very dependent on him, because outside of CD Lamb, your weapons are average to very unproven, and there's no number one on this team outside of CD Lamb. There isn't.
Did you see that Chris Sims said that Devontae Smith is better than CD fucking Lamb? I'm not watching that podcast anymore because he's a fucking
insane.
clown. He's not even the clown. He's the clown nose. He's the clown shoe.
The dude is not even in the
gooch.
conversation. The guy's not even in the conversation. He got his money already, and nobody was ever thinking that he was going to get top dollar money at that position at all. He's not even the number one guy on his team. CD is on a whole nother level, stratosphere, than Devonta Smith. That's just ridiculous and disrespectful.
So 21, what you think about Jared Goff getting his contract, bro?
I mean, the dude deserves it. The dude, he took the Detroit Lions, to the NFC Championship. The team that we had.
The way you say it that way.
He took a team that we hadn't mentioned in years to the NFC Championship. So this man deserves his contract. Now, is he better than Dak? No. But one thing I will say is that we had the better team. I feel like we had the better team. We beat them this year, whether it was controversial or not. And he still did more than Dak. I'm a Dacker to a point, I want to say, because I do want to see him earn his money this year. I want to see him get paid. That's the best quarterback, for our roster right now. But I want this man to, I'm tired of a regular season good quarterback. I need a playoff quarterback.
But that has a lot to do with our coaching, man. This dude is the man, bro. Watch these games. Go back to YouTube. Watch this man operate. It's crazy how our memory is short. He was not pinpoint, but he was. There was points in the season where he was great.
Now, time out.
And what fell short is this running game. So let's segue this running game forward. Let's go into what Mike McCarthy said about our running game, because that's the difference right now between Dak Prescott and Jared Goff. Is he has a great line and he has running backs to tote the ball. And what did they say this weekend? What did Mike McCarthy say?
Oh, that it was going to be by committee. He said it was going to be running back by committee. I mean, we should have assumed that already about the running backs we have. Because as soon as they signed Zeke, I said, man, that's not guaranteed that Zeke is going to be your starting running back. I said that.
Pretty much said that Zeke wasn't going to be the starter.
Yeah. So,
this is a passing offense. This is not a running football team. Mike McCarthy has never been a running football coach ever.
Thank you, Rue.
Ever.
Thank you, Rue.
He's never been a running football coach. Not when he had Amon Green, not when he had Aaron Jones, not when he had it did not matter who was in that backfield. He has never been a running head coach ever. So this doesn't surprise me at all.
Who was fat one? The fat one from Alabama? He ate himself.
Eddie Lacy.
Yeah.
Eddie Lacy. There's nothing about Mike McCarthy, but I gotta push back just a little bit more on Jared Goff. Are we saying that Dan Campbell is a better coach than Super Bowl winning head coach Mike McCarthy?
Dan Campbell's the reason they're not in the fucking Super Bowl. Dan Campbell's the biggest idiot, I think. They should have won against the Niners. We all know that.
Because, you can't tell me Dak and it's coaching, and in the same breath, talking about the other guy and it's everybody around him. Well, what about his coaching? His coaching is unproven and young at that. He's a player. He used to play and all that other stuff, but he hasn't been a coach that long. Look, this is my only thing with where this whole thing is really about in terms of what we're looking at for Dak Prescott and his money. When you look at, and if we just keep it in the wheelhouse of Jared Goff and Dak Prescott, when you look at playoff resumes, Jared Goff runs away with it. Jared Goff has way more stats and way better numbers in the postseason,
yes, sir,
than Dak Prescott. And they got drafted in the same year. They're within like 1,000 yards of each other in terms of total yards. Like they're within, I think Dak's got him by like 15 in touchdowns, and they're pretty close on interceptions. So when we're looking at it as a whole, we're going to sit here and say that Dak hasn't had tools around him his entire career up until these last couple seasons. We can't say that. And I know we can't say that about Jared Goff, because I know he had some weapons around him. I know he had some 5-star defenses around him. But ultimately, these guys, their paths aren't that different. And when it comes to the postseason,
Same
Jared
draft.
really has him beat. Jared has him beat in every aspect. So when it boils down to, for me, is I understand why they're not trying to lock themselves into this big long-term deal, because maybe they're going to be like, hey, go test the market, Dak. Go see what you bring. I don't believe the league would pay him to be the top paid quarterback in the league unless it's a desperate organization. I don't see it happening. I don't. I think he would get a contract around this level because that's what I believe that he should be getting with what he's done on the field. You got your payday. Now let me do what I can do with this team and work with me here. It's not like you're going to get paid Detroit. Even if they got the same money, you're the quarterback of the motherfucking Dallas goddamn Cowboys. This is different level shit here. And when it really mattered, brother, you didn't show up and you didn't win. I can make the argument that he's gotten worse, not better, in the postseason.
In the postseason, well, obviously.
Postseason.
Postseason, yes, because he's a pillar. You know, 3-12-win season is straight up the same since he signed his last contract. Yes, I agree with that completely, but you can't just snooze on that. You can't. You cannot.
The regular season, you mean?
I know, but you just can't. You can't just throw it away. And in the matter of that, he's won these games. You can't throw it away.
It's hard to win 12 games 3 years in a row. That's hard to freaking do. There's franchises
and one season
that are
he threw
well under
17 interceptions.
There's franchises that are over 100 games, under 500 shots fired at the Raiders.
Boom, boom.
Over the last 20 years. So I get it. It's hard to win 12 games in a row. It's hard, or 12 games in a season, year after year after year. But damn it, man, the playoff performances have to reflect what you do throughout the regular season. And we haven't gotten that from Dak Prescott. We haven't. And those numbers in this Green Bay game, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. The game was long gone, far and away by then. We were never in that game from the beginning. And yes, everybody played a bad game. Offense, defense, coaching,
Rue, you're on
everybody
point, and you're feeding to the side of me where I was pissed and everything, and I'm having amnesia about it, and I get it because I've been watching YouTube and I've been watching the highlights, and I've been drinking the Kool-Aid again.
Bro, they replayed it.
Rue. I thank you, and I thank you, but
are you
I gotta be optimistic
it,
this
Mike?
next season.
Are you sipping it or are you chugging it, Mike? Are you chugging that Kool-Aid again? Yeah.
I never sipped nothing in my life, boy. I burned my mouth at that coffee.
well, y'all know I'm the Dacker. Rue, everything you said was absolutely true. Absolutely true. All I'm saying is, as a Dak Prescott fan and as the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, I don't think it have to be a struggle for him to get paid. And the Cowboys have made this a struggle, okay? And they've divided Cowboy fans about their starting quarterback. And that's what I don't like, okay? Because there's people saying, hey, he's not good. Let's get rid of him. Let's start all over. And then there's people like me, hey, man, he's busted his ass to get that money, okay? So the MVP of the fucking league, didn't he go out in his first round game? Did he not? And hadn't he won 2 MVPs? Yep. And ain't he the highest paid player?
He made it to AFC Championship game.
And
Yeah,
the thing
he
is
made
too,
it.
He made it to AFC Championship game.
The guy that's setting the bar, who is it?
Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly. And he has numbers on par with Patrick Mahomes, who you can't.
Let's not do that, Mike.
I'm not saying
let's not do that.
I know, but
it's not
in
close.
the playoffs. But I'm talking about in the regular season. The regular season counts, bro. It does. Hey, 36 times you went to work happy. 36 times. Because fucking those.
That's a true story.
That's a true
story. That's a true story.
Hey, give me a second. Let's bring Ivan on. Ivan got something to say. What you got?
Let's not do that, Mikey. Let's not do that, Mikey.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes, all different stratosphere than Dak Prescott. Hell no.
Don't do that.
Don't do that,
What's
Mikey.
up, Ivan? It's not
Don't do that.
Ivan,
It's
Came in
WWE.
shots
You get it
firing.
right here. Coco, beware.
Ivan Sosa.
All right, now, Ivan, you said you had something to say. I'm listening.
Hey, Broly.
F that. I want to release him.
Wait, what?
Release
said-
that.
What
he
he
ain't,
say?
he ain't anonymous here. He's standing out
Hey,
here.
getting on it. Shit.
Let him go. Next year.
Ooh.
You
Hey.
racist.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let him go
Yeah.
next year. Chris.
Ouch. Ouch.
You know, I put the
Let him
links
go.
out. I put the link out for our different opinions and everything, and I appreciate your opinion, Ivan.
What
You're
do you
fucking
wanna say,
wrong.
Chris?
You're fucking wrong. You know
What do
you're
you mean
wrong.
I'm fucking wrong? What do you mean?
You're fucking wrong, Ivan.
fucking wrong,
Hey, hey,
Ivan,
you gonna
but
talk about cut him and let him go? So, Ivan, are you prepared to go 5-12? Are
Yeah.
you ready for that? What?
Yeah,
Archie Manning.
Oh my God!
I want
Hey, real
Archie
quick,
Manning.
You know what?
Tell me
Hold on.
that.
Time out real fast. Just real quick. Because this gets said
you
a
say
lot.
Arch Manning?
This gets said a lot by you, by a lot of different people. This gets said a lot. That we're gonna do whatever and this, that, and the third. Tell me something. What the fuck was Patrick Mahomes before he was Patrick Mahomes? He was nobody, dude.
Yeah.
He was nobody. He was a guy that was coming out of Texas Tech that was already a bust school when it comes to quarterbacks. When he's a 9th pick, there was 3 guys taken in front of him. Nobody thought he was going to go that fast, and a lot of Kansas City fans were very upset that their team traded up to go get Patrick Mahomes before Patrick was Patrick. So this whole notion of them being unable to move on with how much talent comes into the NFL year after year after year is just not true. Because Pat wasn't shit before Pat was the shit.
Because if Pat was the shit, they would have won the Big 12 conference a couple years. They would have won national championships a couple
The
years.
man was putting up 60 points a game and losing.
Hey,
the man was
Tom Brady
literally
didn't.
putting up 60 points a game and losing.
Hey, Tom Brady didn't do shit at Michigan. You know I seen every snap he played at Michigan. He didn't do shit at Michigan.
That's my segue. Hey,
Come on, man.
Ivan, I want to thank you. You're very loyal. You stick to all our platforms. You're on conversations with Chris. I see you're on the Fat Boys sports podcast, and we appreciate that all the time. We appreciate your loyalty and you sticking to us, and I'm happy that you're on participating very much so, dude. We do appreciate the love, and right now we got 24 people on. Please like, subscribe, be like this man. Like it's only growing, and we're growing this into the season, the Cowboy podcast. Thank you guys, we appreciate it.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, Ivan, we'll talk to you soon, man.
Okay, bye.
Peace. All right.
So,
So
speaking of
Go ahead.
Thomas, Edward, Patrick, Brady, take it, big man, take it.
well, Mr. Brady.
He's a good-looking son of a bitch, bro.
Welcome to TV.
I'm loving him so much. I got so much. I have like a mad crush on him right now.
Say man, all us Michigan Wolverines, we all look good, you know. So Tom is gonna finally jump in the booth, and his first game is them boys versus the Brownies. This is actually gonna be, man. I think this is gonna be a very, very good game. Okay, the Browns got D like a motherfucker. They can rush the passer, man. They can get to you.
We'll find out about Tyler Guyton real fast.
Real quick.
We're gonna find out about Tyler Guyton real quick.
We need to get Schoonmaker to help. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, man. You know, just opening with the Brownies on the road. I was shocked. I'm just automatically thinking the Cowboys always open on Sunday Night Football. I'm like, what the fuck? 3:00, man. I mean, I got half a day to get drunk now.
Oh, you know what? Doesn't that suck? Because we already waited a whole off season. The last game that we saw of them was gonna be the Green Bay game, and they're gonna make us wait to the last damn game on Sunday night. This is actually a refreshing thing for us. That, you know, this is a change of pace. It's the first time in 5 years that we get this time slot.
Yeah. You know, I think, but you know, most of like NBC, I think they get the first pick on who they want on the Thursday night game, and then they take turns on who they're gonna put in their prime time slot. So 3:00 is still a prime time slot because you know the Brownies normally play at noon. You know, Cowboys always play at 3. You know, if we playing at noon, we playing somebody trash. You know, but you know we still got the prime time game. We got Brady's first game, so you know it's gonna be much watch. Just not only for the Cowboys, it's because Brady, that's his first game calling, you know, so it's going to be exciting. But, you know, but for the matchup itself, I'm excited because the Brownies is a good team. Yeah. And the last time we played the Brownies, people forget the Brownies damn near rushed for 300 yards on us against three damn running backs had 100 yards on us in fucking AT&T. Chubb got hurt at halftime and shit. He had 120 at halftime. So, you know, hey, that's when everything coming full circle. That's when we see if Mozzie gonna put that weight back on because the Brownies are gonna pound the ball, and then it's Cooper is gonna want to show out. Yeah, he ain't played the Cowboys since they traded him. So you got Cooper there, you got the running game, and you got the Browns defense. This is gonna be a hell of a test for them Cowboys in week 1.
Week 1, right off the rip.
Well, it's better. Like I was telling Armando, it's better that we have this matchup in September than when, you know, things are a little bit heavier in the wintertime and we got to go to Cleveland.
Yeah.
In the frigid cold, because we got the North this year, and the North don't play. Yeah, last time we went to the North, that's the Dak year where we lost Dak. So it's good that we got one of these cold weather teams now on this side of the football season.
Rue, what you think about the Cowboys opening with these Brownies?
I'm so glad the game's not on prime time, dude. Like I always hate waiting so long. Like I hate it, dude. I'm like all day I'm watching bullshit I don't want to see. I want to see my guys on the damn TV, then I can mess with all these other fools. But they always make me wait. So it's just like, all right, I gotta live with it, I guess. But man, I'm with Mikey, bro. I sure as hell would rather play them in Cleveland in September rather than November, December. Forget that. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, by then, who knows what's going to be left of their team. But, I mean, just based on what they did last year in terms of the injuries, man, it was absolutely brutal for them. But this team at full strength is a team to be reckoned with. It's a great test. And it's going to be really good to see what this young offensive line is going to look like against an elite pass rush and a guy like Myles Garrett and their front seven. Like they're a force up front. And I think it's going to be a beautiful test for this offensive line, as young as it is, to see what we can do up against a real good competition in that aspect. And they're going to be on the road, so the pressure is going to be on for them. This O-line is going to be truly tested on that week, and it's going to be a real good gauge of where we're at least at the beginning of the season for us.
21, what you think about the Cowboys opening up with these Cleveland Brownies?
I like it, bro. America's game of the week, you know, America's team. It's gonna be badass. You know, we got Tom Brady. I kind of want to see what he, you know, his debut. But you know, we all know kind of Brady was kind of you know, he had something, you know, he had a little bit of, you know, I don't know, like hatred maybe towards the Cowboys. I don't know if you guys saw the thing. You know, he's always gotten up against them. You know, the Cowboys actually put him out. You know, put him out in the pasture. You know, so. You know, it's gonna be great, you know, but again, it wouldn't be right if I don't say I'm nervous because this is a good team. This is a good team. We know it's gonna be a good team. The Browns, they've gotten better. I don't know who's their starting quarterback though.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. So wasn't he hurt all last year?
Yeah, no, but he's back. He should be back.
He got a massage. They massaged that out of him. He got that massage. He's good now. He's good.
That's neither here or there.
Hey, you talk about a quarterback got paid and ain't doing shit. Yeah. Boy. You want to talk about a quarterback got money. Deshaun Watson, is he better than Dak? Fuck no.
I tell you this though, bro. They made Houston look like a freaking genius. Good God, man. Houston
man,
rebuilt that entire team off that.
Hey, we got an invader. We got an invader here. We do.
Oh my God.
You
I
know who
haven't seen
he
this
is.
son of a gun in a while.
Hey, another member of the 915.
Chuco
There he
Town.
is, man.
Representing.
Take that shit to Juarez, bro. What the fuck?
Hey, man. Hey, Armando, you need to kick his ass out of El Paso for wearing that bullshit. You know he a Texas guy.
The day he came over to my crib with all his gear, I think I got rash. That I got hives all over.
I almost got swamped there at his hood. I was like,
Louis, it's good to see you, man. What's happening, baby?
nothing much, man. How about you guys? I'm seeing you guys. I'm seeing you guys.
I hope you throw a like and subscribe with that C, man.
Always. I do support. You know me. Mondo knows me. I support. Chris knows me.
Yes,
Right.
I thought I knew you. I don't even see you no more. What's up?
It's been a while.
So earlier you said you had some things to say. So we waiting on you. What did you have to say, man? That you had to invade the Cowboy Up podcast. What you got to say, man?
I had to. Last time I know I didn't make it on time. You know, I was like, man, I need to jump in this for a little bit at least. I still got the daddy duties, but now you guys are doing your thing. You know, it's all good. That's the way to do it. You know. What are you guys up to?
So, who do the Niners open up with? The Jets.
We don't know until tomorrow.
No,
They got the Jets. It's the Jets.
Oh no, the Niners do have the Monday night game, don't they? Against the Jets.
Monday night.
That's
Yeah, we'll send them packing.
And you got the new improved Aaron Rodgers, man. You know, hey, he's coming off injury, man. He could have played last year, but he was saving it for y'all, bro. He was saving it for.
He's gonna come out with his flag, Green Bay flag.
Hey man, hey. I know. We all excited. I know you are too, man. When you hear OTAs, man, you know it's getting closer and closer. You know, at football season is getting near. Hey, now, living. Are you born and raised in El Paso?
Born and raised.
How the hell them Niners come across you, man?
It's a long story, man.
We don't want to hear it, Dan. We don't want to hear that shit.
Nah, it's Mondo knows, man. I think like 90% of El Paso is Dallas Cowboy fan, but you'll have your late stragglers here and there. I mean,
the short busters.
I grew up watching the Niners because of my uncle. He was the only 49er fan, and I remember those days where the rivalry was hot. It was hot. It's just seeing my other uncle just kind of like dig on him, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's messed up, man." But
it was personal, dude. I remember that '94 game when we spotted you 4 or 3 touchdowns, dude. I remember going to school. Like I remember crying. I was a 6th grader, crying, dude, because that's how much it meant.
Well, I was celebrating my 40th birthday then, but you know, I wasn't in middle school, but I was 40. But no, I wasn't 40.
40 was a great time.
But yeah, man, I remember that game like it was nothing. Hey, what's so bad? That's the best and worst game Troy Aikman ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, in the second half, he was on fucking fire. He was on fire, man. Yeah, and of course, you know, Luis ain't admit that it was passing. He knew it was passing for him, but he ain't gonna admit it. Hey, you know, that's when only receiving the NFL that can handle Dion was Michael Irvin. And you know, he passed it. He knew it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That was just that hometown cooking, man. That's all it was. But yeah, man. So
you see the over under on your team this year? Because the Dallas Cowboys is over under 10.5. What's over? I think yours is 11.5, if I'm not mistaken.
11. I think like 11.
It probably
So
has different things,
let's discuss that, man, because there's been a lot of Cowboy fans saying that the Cowboys gonna finish 9-8 and 8-9, because of the schedule this year, and I just don't see that. Vegas say 10 and a half, so that means really 11, right? So it means 11. So basically, they got them losing one less game than last year. Now y'all know Vegas ain't in the business of losing money. They're in the business of making money, right? So if Vegas say 10 and a half, 11 games, what you think the Cowboys gonna go? Probably right at that number, right? Yeah. So all these folks are saying the Cowboys going 9-8 and all that. Now, only way that happened is number 4 get hurt or number 88 get hurt. If them two are healthy, they getting 11 games this year. Luis, what you think them your boys gonna do? The defending, reigning NFC champions.
Oh man, it's tough, man. I love it, but I hate it. I know I went last year and I said 12-5, and I want to
your
stick to
convictions,
the same,
courage of your convictions.
I'm gonna stick to 12-5, man. I think we might. I think 12-5 is gonna be good for me, man.
I just got one question for you. What the hell are the Niners doing with their wide receivers? I hope they don't sign neither one of them. But I'm like, dude, you got two of the best receivers in the league as a combo, and you hadn't even signed. We're talking about Dak getting signed. But when you got Debo there and Ayuk, the best receiver on your team is Ayuk. Okay, I don't care what nobody say. Ayuk is the best receiver, and they won't give that man his money, man. What do you think about that, man?
It happens like that with the Niners. I think I heard you guys say the same thing about waiting till the end. The Niners always wait till the end to free up cap space to sign these people. Ayuk ain't going anywhere.
Okay.
He ain't going anywhere, but they did have a couple of wide receivers in this draft, which did scare me. It did scare me.
Yeah, I mean, because when y'all drafted a wide receiver first, to me, I was like, is that a shot across Ayuk bow? Is that a shot? I mean, I know y'all got Ronnie Bell there from Michigan. He's okay for you, but I was just like, you got Ayuk, man. This kid is a chain mover, big catch guy. I just hate, man, when you start playing with people's money, they get sensitive about that shit and they remember that shit and they leave, bro. I just don't understand that. But I hope y'all let him go because we got space. We damn sure got space.
Oh, shit, I'd take him.
I'd let him in space now.
Ayuk or Debo?
Ayuk. I prefer Ayuk.
No scum devils on our team. Dude without a scum devil on my team.
Hey, that scum devil can fucking catch.
Harry Woodson, and that's it.
Hey, he can catch, man. I just don't understand it, man. But hey, if y'all let both of them go, it just helps us because
I was gonna ask you, like, what's with the hesitation? You guys have dominated this division for the last few years. Like, you don't feel so good about it now? Like, what's good?
Oh, why did you pull that trigger? You can get that Bluetooth.
They always do that. I don't know why, man. It's always like that. I hate it, man. It's always been like that. They always pull a trigger at the end. They keep everybody else in suspense. Like, I hate it, man. I think I've gone through like 5 heart attacks, internal heart attacks, and I don't know what they want to free up cap space. Yeah, of course. But I don't know, man.
I think it's just the way. I think that they don't want to deal with Ayuk's ass, just the way his attitude is, and with Debo, his style of play doesn't last long. So it's a year before, then a year too late. I believe that's the way they're doing it, and the way they drafted, it seems like they're gonna get rid of those dudes.
I mean, it's no secret they've been trying to trade these guys since before the draft. It is no secret. It is out. Everybody knows, like, anything could happen.
Well,
Chris,
I know, Luis, you may have a problem with them folks down south from you. The battle of the Red Gang. Hey, my man, there he is, Kuiper AZ. What's up, baby?
Y'all? How y'all
Hey,
doing?
man. Hey, but it is a little too much goddamn red on my screen. But you know, hey, I will take it from you two, okay? Because I got love for both of y'all, so I'll take it this week. You know, next week y'all gonna leak piece, put some white on or something. You know,
to distract.
And then he got that Tillman jersey, acting sneaky about it.
Yeah. Hey, there he is.
As an Arizona Wildcat motherfucker, Pat Tillman. I swear to God, I hated that motherfucker.
Kai, what's
Yeah, man,
up,
it's a
baby? How
clean
you doing,
jersey.
man? How you feeling, man?
Man, we're doing good. We're doing good over here. It's hot. It's too hot.
Yes.
Arizona.
So what's the over under with you guys?
like 6.
Ooh.
I'm just playing. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it is.
What do you think your over under should be? The Dallas Cowboys Vegas predicts 10.5, which honestly, considering everything we've lost, it's the same number as last year. And I think Vegas is usually right. And Vegas is respecting our schedule and respecting the Cowboys. But let me look up what the Cardinals over under is. What do you think it is? And what do you think it should be?
I think 6 would be spot on for Vegas, but I still think we're a 8, 9, maybe even 10-win team. I still see us in that range. I don't see us at 6. Over.
I've never ever suspected you of doing any drugs ever. But we gotta talk to your mama.
But you guys gotta understand though. We beat 3 playoff teams last year. One of them happened to be who?
The Cowboys.
Hey, the Cowboys and the Eagles don't count. We took the shit. Our sweet sleep number bed was number 2.
You got, like, last season, the Cardinals were just competitive in every aspect of football. Every single game, we never got blown out. Nothing like that. You know, this year we just
Pittsburgh
got
and
better.
kicked their ass. When the Pittsburgh needed that win, y'all went to Pittsburgh, kicked their ass. Yeah, I remember.
Exactly.
You had some good quality wins last year. You just couldn't stack them together though.
And see, Kyler was only there for
They
8
didn't even
games.
have their quarterback either.
Yeah,
we
6.5.
didn't have Kyler.
Y'all are at 6.5. Damn, I just
6.5.
I can't believe I was that close.
6.5. That's where you guys are at.
I thought you were just joking.
I was.
No, you're
joking.
just-
Like, I
you're
was just like throwing
no,
out a number. Like I
version
probably
is a
like 6.
degenerate.
I am a degenerate. That is true. I am a degenerate. So it's not crazy that I guessed that close, but it is kind of crazy that I guessed that close.
Hey, you know he takes off his gold teeth just to come off, and then when he comes back on, he puts his gold teeth back on.
He made that shit up. I ain't got no goddamn gold teeth.
Hey, he probably rolling on them slabs too. You know, he got them elbows down
His Texas tea is boiling.
Yeah. He got them elbows rolling through Austin.
That might happen.
What on a Jeep?
All right, you two. I want to see inner division. What do you guys see with each other? I want to get a good little quarrel going. What do you guys think of each other? You go first, Luis.
I mean, I have no intent with Arizona. I like Arizona, man. I like them and I hate them just because when Kyler was healthy, he would give a run. He would give us a run.
We were always 50-50, 1-1.
Yep. And I always hated playing with them, man, because it's like we're gonna lose because of Kyler and the movement, and we couldn't get used to adjusting him to coming out of the pocket. But I don't know. I think they're gonna be at the bottom of the NFC West this year.
Yeah, those Rams are something to mess with. What do you think, Papas?
It's hard, man. It's hard to play against a super team like the Niners, and they got basically everything. I just think Seattle's gonna be last in the division. I think Geno he took a step down last year. I think he keeps going down. I don't really see them at the Rams level, at the Niners level, and I think we got better. They didn't really get that much better.
Full
Yeah, the Rams are going to be
transparency.
something to contend with.
Full transparency.
I'm cool.
I'd give Arizona the over on that play. 6.5 is a low number for them.
Yeah, I think-
And not to mention they went over last year too. Their number was only 3.5 last year. They slaughtered that fucking number.
Well,
So
I'm already calling it. They're gonna have the rookie of the year on their fucking team. You know,
That's gonna be dynamite.
dude. That
Which
when,
wait,
when,
who?
when you,
Who they
Junior.
Marvin
Harrison
Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harrison
Oh,
Jr.
okay,
bro.
okay.
You were in the draft show, remember?
Yeah, no,
With,
I know.
with a healthy Kyler Murray, they're gonna
Oh,
feed that boy the ball. They're gonna feed him the ball, man.
It's going to be him or
So-
Caleb.
Yeah.
Kyler loves throwing the ball up to his receivers too. He did it with D-Hop all the time. Just let him do his thing. Just yeeted the ball up for him. He loves to throw it up to his big bodies.
Yeah.
So have you heard any rumors or anything who your season opening game is going to be at Arizona?
It's looking like it's gonna either be the Bears, maybe the Lions.
Bears or Lions?
Dude,
either one
Bears
would be
Bears
good.
in Arizona, man.
Those are both
Two of the oldest franchises in the league.
And think about it. The oldest franchise in the fucking NFL is the Cardinals.
Yeah.
People didn't know that.
Yeah.
The Cardinals. The Cardinals is the oldest franchise in the NFL. And the fuckers still ain't got a Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
You know what, man? We got bad ownership luck. Horrible ownership luck.
Oof. Hey, don't talk to us about owners, bro. Don't even do that. Not on this show. No, you don't get to bitch about your owner on this fucking show. No.
But your owner at least makes you guys relevant.
I don't want to hear it. You don't get to do that on this show. Not on this show. When it comes to
Yeah,
owners, we got
Gary
to
spends money. Bill Bidwell don't spend shit.
Exactly.
He's looking after his bag.
He got him a new building. That was some years ago. That was
Retractable
the
field.
first one that opened. I remember that shit came out. They were the
All
first
right,
ones to
so
open that.
what do you think about the Cowboys? You guys, the Cowboys over under. It's at 10.5. What do you think it's going to end up? Considering everything with Dak, what we've lost, we have a running back by committee, our draft and everything. You guys know because y'all got the D in your mouth all the time, obviously, and you guys talk to us. So talk to us.
I ain't got no dentures. yet.
I'm just playing. We love you.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I think 10's a good number. I think 10's right on there for you guys. You know, the Philly got their secondary right. Washington, they're a young fighting team. The Giants got probably, I think, is going to become the best defensive line in football. But you know, I still look at that offense and I see problems everywhere. You know, you guys are going to have rookies starting on at least two pieces of your offensive line. They're gonna struggle. They're gonna struggle, or they're gonna be great. You never know. But running back by committee in an offense where Dak has not been able to really carry the offense, I think that's gonna be the biggest problem.
Hold on. No.
The itty bitty what committee?
No. Now, I'm on the under. I think we're a 10-win team. I'm on the under. But what you said is incorrect.
Oh,
It won't be because of Dak, especially in the regular season. It will not be because of Dak. This team is very dependent on what happens with CD Lamb. Yeah. If CD Lamb goes down, this offense is going to take a massive hit. And we're going to have to rely on CD Lamb to carry this offense in a big way and to be that dynamic player that we saw him be last year. But this man threw for over 4,500 yards. We're not going to sit here and act like, you know, I might not be as high on the contract as some of the others here. But the bottom line is, man, this man has done his job in the regular season. He told everybody he was going to be single digits in interceptions last year. He did that. He told everybody he was going to lead the league and do what he's going to do. And he did that for the most part. I mean, he threw for 45 had 30 tubs. I mean, it's what 9 interceptions. It led the league in a lot of different areas with what he basically had last year. And the run game wasn't nothing to be like boastful about last season. Also, do I think Rico Dowdle can produce what Tony Pollard did for this offense last year? Yeah, because Mike McCarthy really doesn't run the ball. He's going to throw that rock. I really need these receivers to catch up. That's where I'm at. The question marks that you raise when it comes to how many wins, you spot on that. I mean, the O-line is young. We're limited on weapons. There's a lot of unproven pieces. But who's going to get me them 10 wins? That's going to come off the back of Dak Prescott.
Yes, sir.
And this defense is going to do its thing. But that's really going to come on the back of Dak Prescott. Not making mistakes, doing what he does throughout the regular season, putting up the yardage, putting up the touchdowns. It's going to fall on Dak Prescott. And that's why we be confident in the 10 wins. Anything above that's cake.
You got something, Mondo, on that?
No, I agree. I think that, this is what they're doing with Dak Prescott, letting him earn that contract, and that's going to be, if we're going to get that plus 10 wins, it's got to be off of Dak. And obviously this defense, with Mike Zimmer, it's something I guess we got to see too, So, but I'm with Rue. It's got to come off the back of Dak Prescott. These 10 plus wins. I'm saying 10 plus. I'm more on the 11 route. But
so you take the over.
The Vegas is saying the Cowboys are making the playoffs. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Of course. But the fact is, the question is, where are you at? The line is 10.5. To win this bet, you need 11 wins. Yeah. Is this team an 11 plus win team? Mondo, you saying yes?
Yes. Yeah.
I say yes.
You'd say yes too, Mike?
We're jumping the gun because we do have to look at the schedule. Because the schedule matters, and with the Cowboys, it matters just because of that November swing that we have every year and the way those games are placed.
We know who we're playing, though.
Yeah, we know
count the losses. Count the losses. I mean, if we're gonna do this, we're
playing the North, and like how we said earlier, we're playing Cleveland in game 1. If we had Cleveland after Christmas, then we got a problem.
Hey, don't tell me.
You still got to go into Baltimore. You still got to go into Cincy. You still got to go
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. There you go.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, San Francisco.
Our road games are Atlanta, Niners, Pittsburgh, Carolina, and the Brownies, and then of course the East.
Oh, so you're cold.
We got Atlanta. We got Atlanta on the road. We got the Panthers on the road. We got the Brownies on the road. We got the Steelers on the road, and we got the Niners on the road.
We got a good
schedule. Steelers, Carolina. That's your cold games. Yeah, as cold as it's going to be. If you can't play,
it's hot.
But Carolina can get cold. I seen snow in Carolina.
Yeah, on the East Coast, man. That East Coast weather. Yeah.
Carolina on my. I've seen fire and I've seen rain.
So, but to me, their toughest games are at home.
Yeah, that's true.
You got the Ravens coming here. You got the Texans coming here. You got the Bengals coming here, and you got the Lions coming here. So, now, Luis, I'm not counting the Niners. I'm just saying, on the road, to me, the toughest game it will be y'all. But at home, we got 4 monsters, and plus our own NFC East coming, in the town. So those home games are important. So they got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 home games. If they go 9-0 at home, win 2 on the road, they're right there at their number, right?
Yeah.
I
they protect home like they did last year, except for the playoffs. But if they just think about it, if they protect home, they already got 9 games, right? So you think they cannot beat Carolina? They always beat New York. That shit. That's might well just.
It's a sweep in the bag, boy.
Yeah. Atlanta may be a problem this year, but we play Atlanta in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And people sleeping on them, bro. But they got a hell of a team in their skill position. Bijan, and then they got the kid hit the tight end.
Kirk Cousins got a chip on his shoulder, no doubt.
Yeah, and Kirk got a chip.
Dak Prescott owns Kirk Cousins and Cooper Rush.
Well,
If
Well,
it's a,
I'm just saying.
If it's a primetime game,
yeah, if it's a
I'm
primetime
just
game, you
saying
guys
this.
got it no matter what.
I'm just saying it's not going to be a cakewalk going to Atlanta. Okay. Yeah. And like I say, you know what happened when every time we go to Santa Barbara. Anyway.
Barbara.
And then, well, the last time we played the Steelers, that was that Zeke game where he acted a fool on their ass.
And they're not nearly as good. They're not nearly as good as they were then. That was Big Ben.
He tripped.
Freaking, that was Big Ben, AB, Le'Veon Bell. Like, they are not what they were then.
When Dez's dad died, that was the game that put the nail in the career of Tony Romo.
Yeah. So, hey, the Cowboys schedule is tough, man. But hey, if you're gonna want to be where the big boys are, you got to play. I mean, this is the first place schedule, right? So the Niners got the same schedule, just as hard as we do. The Eagles got the exact same schedule we do. So you got to go out there and play, man. I like it when we always have a tough schedule. I love it, because it's telling me what my team is, okay? But when we had the cupcake schedules and shit, and we're 13-3, and we get in the fucking first round and play a real team, get our ass smashed, come on, man. At least I'll know with this schedule what the Cowboys are going to be when the postseason comes.
Let me ask you guys something. I want to know, because I know you guys talked about wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. So, I mean, to a point, I know that running game is it wasn't there. I thought it was going to be there with Pollard this past year. I really thought so. I was like, dude, they're going to be legit all the way. I mean, they would make it deep. But I think the loss of Pollard, I mean, how do you guys rank that running game? And I mean, it's important as well, right? It's important.
Well, it all depends on if these rookies hit. I on the Fat Boy Sports podcast, I made a point of 2015. 2015, it was the year after we lost the guy from Oklahoma. He went to the Eagles. Help me here.
Murray.
We lost DeMarco. So then we had Joseph Randall, Darren McFadden, and Dunbar. So we were a committee. Yeah, we're a little bit better with Joseph Randall. He could hit the home run. They always said that we had meat on the bone. Granted, we had the best line in the league. So if these rookies come in and solidify this line, I think this committee could work. Because Darren McFadden, after I always say Joseph Randall got caught stealing a G-string and he got kicked off the team, but it was Cologne. Yes, I always say that shit. Darren McFadden ran for 1,100 yards in a 16-game season, and that was 9th year Darren McFadden. That was in first overall pick or first round pick. This was after the Raiders, and he got these yards. Is Zeke and Rico Dowdle better than that Darren McFadden? Fuck yeah. So if Cooper Beebe hits and if Guyton hits, we could have a running game.
I think people are sleeping on Rico Dowdle.
I like Rico. It's just him staying healthy.
Yeah, he got to stay healthy. And you hit the nail on the head. That's the biggest thing with Rico. Can that ankle be good? Can he stay healthy? Because I really think Rico Dowdle is going to run away with this offense in terms of the run game. I think they're going to be relying a lot on Rico Dowdle. Obviously, they're going to use Zeke in situations. And I think they'll probably sprinkle in some Deuce Vaughn and some Hunter Lipke again, like they did last year, here and there. But I really think it's going to be far and away Rico Dowdle to get us down the field, and Zeke to punch it in on those goal line situations, and that's really what you're going to see from him for the most part. They'll probably put in Zeke for some passing plays just because he can block very well, and not to mention he can still catch passes out of the backfield, man. Like Zeke still has some left in the tank to be a situational role player, and I don't think that he's going to be leading this offense in any kind of situation, but I think he can come up in big time situations. He is a pro. He is a professional, and he can come up in big time situations, third downs, little scheme plays that you're not going to be, because it's not like he's getting the attention he got before. You know, there's a lot of other things to be worried about other than Ezekiel Elliott, even on this offense. I mean, you still got to worry about Jake Ferguson. You still got to worry about CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks. You know, one of these younger guys is going to step up eventually. I'm just sure of it. Knock on wood. But damn it, man, it's this run game is what I would expect out of a Mike McCarthy offense anyway.
Non-existent.
I like the run game. I like Rico Dowdle. I think we saw flashes of Rico with Pollard, and for a while last season, I was hoping that Rico took that RB1 spot, but I believe that hip injury, right? He had like a hip, that I think that's key. That's key for if he's gonna be that guy, if he can stay healthy, and we all talked about it, but. I like this run game. I think it's going to be underrated. It's going to be one of the most underrated running back cores, but I think we can do something, and like Ru said, Zeke is not the Zeke that we all knew, but he still has it. You could tell. And I feel like he's coming with a chip on his shoulder, also knowing that his best friend is kind of on the verge of being his last year as a Cowboy, maybe possibly. So he wants to. I feel like maybe they both want to go out on top. So it's gonna be underrated, but I like it. I'm excited to see it. I'm hoping we get more sprinkles of Lukey. And we'll see what they do with Deuce Vaughn. I think Deuce Vaughn might be but then we also have what's his name from the Rams.
We got Freeman, we got Royce Freeman, we got Pete.
So there's still some names there, and and come training camp, I think we'll once we have that final roster, I think
is the running back on our roster right now, big man.
I hate this subject, and I hate it because it was just we just had so many opportunities to address the issue.
Yes, sir.
But only thing I can say, and I'm gonna get off of it. If the Cowboys got a plan, I just got to be like, okay, let me see what the plan is, okay? Because I mean, apparently, he is. I mean, but then you got to also remember the old June 1st cuts. Also, we don't know who's cutting veterans. We don't know, okay? So a lot of teams gonna be trying to save money in June, and we'll see then. So right now, the answer I can give you, Mikey, is I don't know.
That's good for me because that leaves it in the air.
We really don't.
Instead of leaving it like a solid for sure thing, we don't know. Attrition is a real thing. Don't you agree?
Yeah,
this is football. So we're gonna need somebody. It's about how lucky you are, how healthy you are, and how much chemistry you get, and that's what makes us frustrated of our last teams because we have been healthy, and that's what pisses us off.
Yeah, because that bug comes around. Hey, Luis, Kuiper, no, he didn't have his fucking quarterback the whole season. Okay. Debo get hurt. Hey, you lose your quarterback in the preseason one year. You never know when the bug is going to get you. Okay, so Mike, I'm with you, man. We was too healthy for the last 3 years for us not to do shit for it, but hopefully we can remain healthy and we can go from there. So
personally healthy.
Yeah. So guys, let's do this, man. Final thoughts, man. Let's go with our guest first. Luis, man, thanks for joining us, man. And we sure appreciate you popping in from that 915. Even though you got an issue with the screen with all that red, you need to check the toner on your camera.
Chicago Bulls fan too. Look at that shit.
Yeah, where is Chicago? You are.
Yeah, he a bandwagoner. Whoever was good at the time.
That's what it was. He's house money. House money.
MJ tweets all day. Don't matter. He's the GOAT.
But Luis, you got any final thoughts, baby?
There you go, Andres.
I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, man. I know I ain't got no problems with you guys at all. You know what I mean? I mean, we all have these little off fan bases. It's not only you guys. I know it's on our side, and hey, it is what it is. I appreciate you guys for having me on, man. I know I've been wanting to get on since last time, Chris, and I'm like, all right, Milo sent me a link, and I was like, you know what, let's do this. But no, I appreciate you guys, man. Much love for you guys.
Say, man, you know you're always welcome. You know, we give each other shit just because you're the enemy. You know how I go. And right now you got one game up on us, and I don't like that shit. Hey, all-time record, the Cowboys and the Niners. The Niners 20 games, the Cowboys 19.
19.
So that's how you can tell the teams are equal, both with 5 Super Bowls. Hey, we right there, but I need to get my lick back a couple more times. Damn it, I don't like.
We
that
love
shit.
to hate you.
I do love to hate you though. Louis, appreciate you joining us, man. Peace out.
Later, Bubba.
All right, Kite. My
Plug
man,
our
hey,
show.
Kite, I got one question for you, man. I when the season starts, I need you to do one thing, and I'm doing this live on the air. I want to do around the NFL segment with you, okay? Where you will have 10 to 15 minute segment, and we're gonna go around the NFL, and we're gonna talk about the games that week, okay? Your breakdowns of the game and everything. Because guys, if y'all don't know, if this is your first time watching this show, if you didn't watch our draft show, it was some of the amazing things I ever seen in my life. I changed his damn name to Kuiper AZ because of what he was doing. He was picking people better than Mel Kiper. And we just like, Kiper ain't shit. We got the real thing right here. Kiper AZ.
Todd.
So man, what we gonna do when the season start? We'll either start the show or end the show with you doing around the NFL on the Cowboy Huddle, because your input is valuable to us, man. We really appreciate it.
On the Cowboy Up podcast.
Yeah. On the Cowboy Up podcast. Hey, but hey, he ain't got we welcome everybody. We don't care. So you got any final thoughts, brother?
And I'm just excited for tomorrow's release. It's gonna be so fun to finally see what we get down, especially down near the playoffs, down into the last few weeks. That's gonna be the best matchups to watch.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. So look, hey, and like I said, if y'all don't follow my man on Twitter, he need to get him a TikTok account really bad.
He does have one.
He ain't tell me. I don't see it. You know, he ain't friended me.
I just don't use it like that. I gotta start using it like you guys, man.
Yeah, man. You got to, man. We appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you for jumping on, man. And I can't wait for the season to start, man. The around the league with Kuiper AZ. That's the name of the segment.
There it
appreciate
is.
that.
Oh, round and round, round and round.
Yeah, we got to play that music when they come on too. Round and round. All right, fam. We appreciate you, man. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas. Final thoughts, man. I'm gonna leave Rue for last because that fucker has been on fire today, and I think he missed us, man. The last 3 weeks he ain't been on the damn show, so he been on fire. We're gonna give him the last fucking word. I'll go first. We'll go 21, Mikey, and then we'll leave with Rue. I want to piggyback Kite, man. I'm excited about tomorrow. I damn near pushed this show back for tomorrow, because you know when the schedule comes out. You know, because it gives us something to look for. We're also trying to plan a show trip and everything. At least we can get dates and everything to know what we're going to look at. We're going to try to do one on the road this year. But we really appreciate, hey, man, we had some numbers in today. Appreciate everybody that joined us today. Like Mikey always reiterate, man, please like us, man, and subscribe. We're trying to get these numbers in. We're trying to put in the work in our OTAs. This is the Cowboy Up Podcast OTAs. All these months, man, before the season start, we're trying to get better for y'all. Okay? So when that season hit, we'll be like a fine wine. We've been smooth. So, man, if y'all just like us, man, we really appreciate it. 21, your final thoughts, baby.
Final thoughts. Great show, guys. First of all, great show. You know, we had a lot to talk about. One of the things for me is I'm not worried about this running game. I'm excited about it. I really want to see Rico Dowdle. I think that I'm with Rue. I think he's really being like, I guess, not really talked about a lot, but I'm excited for this run game. Even though people say we don't have one, I'm excited for it. Tomorrow's a big day for us, especially us fans that really watch like the schedule, and it'll tell us a lot. And I go back to what Rue and Mikey said earlier. We see where we play, who we play at what times. Because it matters. It matters when you play teams at what point of the schedule. So tomorrow we see that, and I'm excited, man. There's one game that I'm really looking forward to, and that's that Frisco game, the hated Niners.
Hated.
The hated Niners, man. Yeah, so I'm excited for it. But hey, let's go, man. Great show, fellas. Like always, like, subscribe, follow, hit those clicks. Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, it's funny, man. I got y'all saying that shit now. That's 60 seconds with the Cowboys, huh? Always on your mind. 60 seconds with the Cowboys. Mikey, mic up, baby, man. Give me your final thoughts, baby.
Well, it was good to get the gang back. It was good that we had that time to breathe after the draft, and we're heading full steam ahead with the season. Roger Goodell knows what he's doing, breadcrumbing us a little bit with some of the games, and we already know what game number 1 is. And it's important to Cowboy fans to know what the schedule is going to be, where we do plan our lives around this. These are one of 3 or 2 trips that we're gonna take, so it is very exciting what we're gonna do, and just the release alone is gonna draw more numbers than the NBA games. It's unfair, but that's how much we love this game. And then on Thursday you could get a reaction to it. You guys are more than welcome to join us on the Fat Boy Sports Podcast with Kuiper AZ on there. We'll do a little roundup if you want to go in and have. I'll send you guys the link, and you guys could join us on the show, and we could touch base on it. It's all a part of the Cowboy Up Network, and we're doing it. Remember, go back, listen to Chris's conversation with Cowboy Corner and Mr. Yazzie the week before, because you know what, it's in depth. This is what we're doing. Like, subscribe, press the bell, tell your friends about us.
All right, and my man from the south side of Texas with his final thoughts. We got Mr. Hookem himself. Go Stars, go Mavericks. Allow me to butt in sports. Give me your final thoughts, baby.
Dallas all day, every day, baby. To my Mavericks, for the love of God, just wake up. I need you to win this game 5, please. For the love of God, man, like, just win this game 5. Let's take this thing home, bro. Like, this is crazy. To my Stars, bro, I love you, man. I love you. I'm 3-1. We're about to close that bitch out. And I'm happy as fuck about that shit. It is so nice. The only thing that's a bitch is that all of my games are at the exact same fucking time. So I have to put them both on at the fucking same time. But I guess it's nice because they over, at the same time too. So fuck it. I guess I gotta live with it. But final thoughts on the show, man. We had a great show, man. I can't even believe we went over an hour and 40 minutes. I didn't even realize it had been that long. It's absolutely insane. But you guys bring that heat. And you already know how we go, man. When we start talking about Dak and money, shit, we might not ever stop. So it is what it is. But man, honestly, for me, the wrap up is what it's been. This team, with all the question marks, there's a lot of things that are going to come to light. And I go back to that Cleveland matchup. It's a beautiful thing that we're really going to see this O-line get tested in week 1. They're really going to know what it's like to face a top defense in this league and get punched in the mouth on day 1. And I love that. Because it's going to show them what to do throughout the rest of the season. And it's a perfect benchmark for where they can start at, because that game is going to be a tough game for us. When it comes to everything else, I just hope that when it comes to the run game and when it comes to this team, that there truly is a plan in place, and that, we keep hearing murmurs of moves and things that they want to go pick up. And we know that this team picked up some strays last year. I'm sure it's going to happen again this year. I just want to know who it's going to be, because it's coming. It's going to happen. It's just where and what. So that's what I'm waiting on.
All right. So look, big fella got announcements. I hadn't said this, but I've said it to them. A lot of people don't know this. The big fella is relocating again.
Oh, dude, it's happening.
It's happening.
Oh my God.
The big fella is heading out west to the hated San Francisco Bay. Wife got promoted again.
Congratulations, man.
So I will be in the enemy territory, so y'all help me out.
Better not turn into no hippie.
Come on, man. I'm already hippie. I got locks.
Yeah.
I'm already
Leave
hippie,
your
but, man,
gun in Texas.
It's gonna be an excited period, man. So hey, man, the show is still gonna stay the same. It don't matter where the big fella reside. It's Dallas Cowboys for life in this joint. So we appreciate y'all joining us, man. And we will see y'all next week. And as we always say, Dallas Cowboys for life.
Boom, beat you, Cowboys. Minnesota North Stars.
No. Dallas Stars, baby.
This is what we're doing now. We're just gonna make stuff up. It's gonna be off the cuff. It's gonna be wild. And this is crazy because y'all are Cowboys fans, from what I understand. And what's even wilder is y'all gave it like the hard pause. Like y'all gave it like the, oh man, he's about to say something profound. Like he's gonna drop the mic. He's gonna give us the knowledge of the Cowboys' first round draft selection history.
Send this to a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Is it true? Is it true? Is it true that the Cowboys have the best fans? Yes, sir.
Extra out on it. Because I'm swimming in it. I wear this jersey every first game. It's my favorite jersey.
Came from El Paso.
Go Cowboys!